Hey, welcome back to Bobb-z Callahan's Word of Advice. And before I get into talking about the topic for this video, let me just say that I originally meant to create this video and post it before I left on my recent mission trip, but due to some technical difficulties, I was not able to do that. But now that I think about it, I think it's actually okay that I ran into some technical difficulties and I didn't post this video before I left on my mission trip, because now I am in reflection mode after serving once again on a mission trip, and I think that'll come in handy as I talk on this topic. And this topic is on serving other people. So when it comes to the topic of serving others, and for those of you watching this video, I believe that there are probably two kinds of people out there watching this video. There are the people who are serving, and whether they've been serving for a little while or they've served for a long time. There are people out there watching this who do serve, and they enjoy it. And on the flip side, there may be people out there watching this who are not fond of serving, or they may not think they can serve, or they may think to themselves, why should I serve? And no matter who you are watching this, I would still say, lend me your ears and let me talk about the importance of serving others. Let me start with those of you out there watching this who may not be fond of serving, or you may not think you're skilled enough to serve, or you just may think to yourself, why should I serve? If you are thinking to yourself, I am not skilled enough to serve and make a big difference in other people's lives, I would say that it is not good to get into that mindset of thinking that you are unable to make a difference in other people's lives and that you can't serve. I believe that any single person in the world can serve in some kind of way. You don't have to go out on a big mission trip to serve, because serving is not limited to that. There are simpler ways of serving other people. Like if you are taking care of a friend who's sick, or maybe someone you know has experienced car troubles and they need you to give them a ride somewhere. Or if you are simply talking to somebody because they're going through a rough time and they need a friend or a mentor, those are examples of serving as well. And they may not be as challenging as going on a mission trip, but those examples of serving are still important, and they can make a big difference in somebody else's life too. So don't ever think to yourself that you are not capable of serving others and making a big difference in other people's lives. If you are not the most skilled person in the world, well, I tell you what, there are still opportunities to serve other people in simpler ways. And I would say take advantage of those opportunities to serve others, because I know that anyone can go out and serve in some kind of way. And now for those of you watching this who may be thinking to yourselves, why should I serve at all? Let me tell you that, if we go out and serve other people, then not only can we make a positive difference in somebody else's life, but we can also grow as an individual. When we serve other people, whether it be on a mission trip or in a simpler way, we can step out of our comfort zone, we can take on challenges which will help us grow, and that may inspire us to take on even bigger challenges. And also, I believe that if we serve other people, then we will find happiness in doing that. Now, it may not always be easy to serve others, whether it's in a simpler way or in a bigger way. But I still believe that if we take advantage of the times when we're giving the opportunity to serve, then we can make a difference in somebody else's life, and serving can make a difference in our lives. 4 years ago, I used to think to myself, why should I serve at all? But then I was invited to go on a mission trip. And that first mission trip really inspired me to serve more and more. And since that time, I've gone on a lot of mission trips, and I've also served in simpler ways, and it has inspired me to serve more. And at times it has not been easy, but I've still enjoyed going out and serving because I know that I have made a difference in people's lives, and serving has also changed me for the better. So, you may be thinking to yourself right now, why should I serve? And, I know what that feels like. But let me tell you what, if you find an opportunity to serve, whether it's in a big way or a simpler way, I would say if you take the opportunity to serve somehow, then I believe that serving can change us to the point where we will want to serve, and we will find a lot of happiness in serving others. And lastly, for the people out there watching this who have served for a little bit or a little while, let me tell you that I believe we should always keep serving, no matter how old we become. Even if we are not able to serve in a huge way, like on a mission trip forever, we can still serve in simpler ways. And no matter how old we become, we can still make a huge difference in other people's lives. And now, if you are somebody out there serving and you've only served for a little bit, I would say you are on your way. But don't let a tough experience get to you. There have been times when I have felt challenged on a mission trip because doing some labor has been hard on me, and working out in the heat is not easy for me either. But I have persevered through the times when I've felt challenged to do some serving, and I know that has been a good thing because I am serving today and I still want to serve. And I want to make it to that point where I'm still serving at an older age and I'm still making a difference in other people's lives. In the end, I believe that any single one of us can serve in some way. And it may not always be easy to serve others, but if we go out and serve other people, then not only can we make a positive difference in somebody else's life, but serving can also make a big difference in our lives. So go out and serve however you can, and just watch what happens. I believe that you will make a positive difference in somebody else's life if you serve, and you will also be changed for the better if you go out and serve others. And with that, this is pretty much all I have to talk about on this topic. I certainly hope what I've had to talk about on the topic of serving will come in handy. Come back for another word of advice video.